Reunion. Hello, y'all. I was selling crack on a private jet up in the hell and back. But no confusion, this a reunion. Hello, y'all. Welcome back. Get murder here. He counting money. He said, "Can man, the hell with rap." I'm only here to shit on niggas and piss on bitches. Welcome, ass. I bought jewelry and bikes, nigga. Black Benzes and white Vickers. Now I'm out here and I'm looking for more chandeliers and light fixtures. Nah. I don't like niggas, what's wrong with me? I'm a hype nigga, but this 44 turn to Michael Jordan. I look and say, take flight, nigga.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Underdog is offering promos every day all October, so make sure to use code Mase, Cam, or STAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash with your first deposit and get a Dak Prescott free pick. Dak just needs 1 yard for you to get your money up when you sign up, so make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog app today. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your host, Cam. Mace will be back next episode. Cam, how you feeling?
Stat, what up?
Good.
Yo, niggas is mad disrespectful. Like, niggas said Dak just gotta get 1 yard. Niggas say, yo, if that nigga get a yard, we gonna pay y'all niggas. Dak is, I would feel wild. Is it one rushing yard?
Yeah, just 1 yard, not even rushing.
Yeah, that's what I was trying
passing.
to say. Niggas is trash, my nigga. Disrespect. Yeah, mad disrespectful. Stat, what's good? I'm good, though.
Steelers Nation. That's what that means.
Right.
So today we are joined with our analyst, Maurice Clarett.
Mo, what up, man?
All is well. How y'all doing out there?
Shit, I'm good. You all right?
Man, I'm phenomenal, man.
Yeah,
Smile on my face, waves in my head, all that. Life is great.
got the glow like me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Look, yeah, you can look, nigga, green juice. I don't even got no lotion on, no nothing. I ain't even put, this shit natural glow right here. I just came straight here. I rolled out of bed, pause like this, came on camera, yo. You can't buy this shit, man. For real. You cannot purchase this shit right here, man. I had some good genes. I'm happy everybody here, though, man. I'm talking about Stat, you, Mo, Mace got his weight down. I'm happy everybody's here, man. Every time I bring up an old clip, Mo, Stat be like, oh, my God.
Yes. No, literally.
Why, Stat?
Bruh, because like a lot changes in a year.
What happened? What's the difference between then and now when I bring up old clips? What's the
A
problem?
little bit money, starting a little different.
Oh, you look different with some money. You wasn't looking the same.
Yo, me in
as
college,
a student
it was a little bit of a struggle. So.
Okay. All right. Every time we're on, you're like, oh my God. Yeah, I'm going to start bringing up a lot of old clips, man. Just friendly reminders here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm supposed to show improvement, Stat.
Yo, Mo. You know what I'm saying?
What up?
If you want to bring me back to Ohio State, cool. You know, ain't no problem. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. The nigga murder, I had a convo with him. He said niggas tried to get him there with a book bag and a sweater. Fuck he look like. He said, I gave him a little sweater and a book bag. Fuck he look like. Getting out there like y'all could pimp him over a sweater and a book bag, nigga. If you want the golden child back, Bruce Leroy, just holler, nigga. You know, it's all good, man. I can fuck with the conference. Deion's in a whole nother conference, nigga. If you need Bruce Leroy back on set, I won't do with you, pause what you did to me. It's all good, man. Let me know.
Wait, listen, no, you got to blame that on your man. He messed up the whole marketing ploy. He was supposed to come back. We were supposed to make jokes. They had everything laid out, and it was supposed to be jokes between you and him and Deion and the whole nine. And he stood me up, man. I don't even know what to do.
That's what you get. That's exactly what happens. That's what happens, man.
Listen to me.
I'm dead.
But the door is always open.
I appreciate it.
I'm just telling you, the door is always open. They made sure to tell me that the door is always open, and they actually invited all of us to come as we please. And so, I was talking to the brother the other day. He said, look, it's a revolving door. Y'all can come when you want to, and whenever y'all decide to want to come, it's, field passes. Y'all got all access to everything going on. So I'm just saying it on the show right now to let everybody know, but it was supposed to be a build up to the comedy between us and Deion, but
I get it. I get it. Me and Deion still locked in. Comedy won't stop on Island, nigga. Shit, we still locked in, nigga. You dolo now. You by yourself, nigga. You on Killa Island like how Revis had an island, nigga. You on Killa Island by yourself, man.
It's all good.
Nah, it's all good.
So let's get into this Thursday night football game. In a crazy ending, the Falcons beat the Bucs 36-30 in overtime. Swag SURF KIRK threw for a franchise record of 509 yards. What did you guys think of the outcome of this game, Maurice?
Well, anybody who's seen the game, it was a phenomenal, competitive game from start to finish. I felt bad for Kirk because it felt like Kirk was doing everything that he was doing throughout the game. But just at key moments, he had different drops. You had the 2 field goals that the Asian guy who was celebrated last week for doing what he was doing, and then he had missed it. One he missed it, and one got blocked. And so it felt like they were, taking a bit longer to put the whole game together. But I do have to say this because when I thought about it, I was like, man, I got to shout out Baker Mayfield because I was one of those people who was killing Baker Mayfield last year, and I was also killing Kirk Cousins' pause on both of those statements. But Baker Mayfield, even them, they should have had the game won. He was decisive. He was leading the team well. He made every throw that the offensive coordinator and the head coach had designed for him to make, and he played phenomenal as well. But what ultimately got him in the end was the running back who had fumbled. And in games like this where they're very competitive and you have to make every possession count, the dude that basically fumbled during a key moment, which basically allowed Atlanta to get back into the game, and then eventually they went down, kicked the field goal, tied it up, and then eventually, they threw it to the gentleman. I think it was number 12. I don't know his last name, but the dude who had just gotten the game, and they ran for a touchdown. But phenomenal game, phenomenal production. It was just a phenomenal game to me.
Yeah, Bucky Irvin, not the nigga who fucked shit up for Tampa. Plays, I know that hurt. But yeah, look, it was a great game. I actually walked out at the end of the fourth. Because at the end of regulation, because I had to take care of some things. But man, this was a phenomenal game. One thing that I will say, I know Mason, actually myself too, I picked Tampa Bay to win, but I said I wanted Atlanta to win because I'm a Kirk Cousins fan. I said this yesterday actually with Mike Irvin on the show. Michael Irvin actually picked Atlanta to win this game. But it was key moments on both sides. You got to realize, like you said, Irvin fumbled. Atlanta gets it back. They throw an interception. Their defense picks it up and stops them, and then they get back in field goal range to send it up into overtime. I'm talking about Atlanta does. But it was great from start to finish, man. The one thing that I will take away from this game, it was a great in-division game. They'll play again, and we don't know who's going to win this division. This is actually one of the better divisions in football with Tampa Bay and Atlanta because, Kirk Cousins, like you wasn't listening yesterday, or you might have seen the show, but I was saying I'm so much of a Kirk Cousins fan because I like his business ethic. I like that he knows how to play around and get the team involved when he put the jewelry on the show, on the plane, on the jet, and he was dancing. I fuck with Kirk Cousins. Not only that, he got super duper rich being franchise tagged. So I fuck with him. Everybody's scared of being franchise tagged or complained about franchise tagging, and he embraced it and he capitalized off of it. So I'm a real, real big Kirk Cousins fan. But I am concerned about Atlanta's running game, being that this is the first time this season I watched a full game of Atlanta, and it's basically non-existent. Kirk Cousins threw 58 times, bro. Now it's phenomenal that he had 509 yards, but the man threw 58 times. He's not going to last all season throwing over 50 passes every single game. And the running game was, like I said, basically non-existent. I've been keeping up with Atlanta here and there, watching maximum highlights. This is the first time I've seen a full game. And it was a beauty to watch because Baker Mayfield was doing his motherfucking thing too. He didn't have 509 yards, but he did numbers. It was a duel out last night. And Kirk Cousins, if you're the Atlanta Falcons, preserve this nigga. He ain't Michael Penix, nigga. That nigga, he ain't no spring chicken, nigga. Now, he killed niggas. Don't get me wrong. He definitely killed. But 58 passes, it's not going to work for a whole season. Let's figure out the run game if you're Atlanta, but a sensational win.
Yeah. I want to say this, and when I say this is not to take away from Atlanta's win because I know how it's going to sound when I say this. But I still feel a little side-eye about the overtime rules just because I feel like both teams should be able to have possession of the ball. I understand that if the other team gets that first and they can make that touchdown. But it's still kind of like when you see the Bucs winning basically throughout the whole game, and I know that they could have produced more in the second half, it's kind of frustrating because it's like I wanted them to get their 1 and 2. So seeing that performance and that's how it ended. Shout out to Atlanta because y'all definitely needed that win and the city was hype. And that's why I said swag surf Kirk, because he was over here doing the swag and surf and he looked lit and I'm happy for y'all. But it just feels kind of wrong because the Buccaneers were being the stronger team despite, you know, how much Kirk Cousins threw for. Just certain things look a little like that to me.
Well,
so
the whole thing is, I think they actually changed that rule for the playoffs.
Mhm.
Which you're talking about. The other team does get an opportunity for the playoffs, but I'm not
regular
mad.
Season,
but I'm not mad at what you're talking about either. Like, it to me, it isn't fair either. But life ain't fair. But we'll settle it. Life ain't fair, and that's just the way it is. Secondly, I know that what you're saying that Tampa Bay had momentum, and towards the end, Atlanta seemed like they came back. But if you ever watch boxing, you could be beating a nigga up for 11 rounds straight, and if he knocks you out in the 12th, you lose. That's B. C is stats from Tampa, y'all. It's not a coincidence why she doesn't like the rule. It's not by accident. So Pittsburgh's her team, but she's actually from Tampa, by Jacksonville when it's convenient. But she's raised and went to school and all that in Tampa. So her not liking a rule all of a sudden, which ain't been the same rule since forever. How convenient today that she doesn't like the rule. I just thought I'd put our audience on to the Regency and what's going on. Why today she doesn't like the rule.
That's a great case, great argument. However, it's still Steelers. And it just didn't feel right. That's just what it is. Regular season overtime. I don't know.
I'm just telling you. Hey, man, I'm not mad at you, but it's just mighty convenient today that you feel this way. Like, it isn't a new rule.
Yeah.
It's been going on forever. They actually just changed the rule for the playoffs that year that Buffalo and Kansas City were going back and forth at it, if I'm not mistaken. But sorry, I just don't understand why today you're mad at the rule out of all the fucking years. This Ruben older than you. So today, on October 5th or 4th or whatever it is, you're mad today. How convenient.
It's just an observation, and I'm sure a lot of the people in the comments will agree that it just feels a little.
Okay.
That's just it. The fate is in the hands of a coin toss, and sometimes it just doesn't feel right. And this time, it didn't feel right.
Well, the whole thing about it is that's why you have an offense, defense, and special teams. If you lose the coin toss, it's up to your and whoever wants the ball. It's up to your defense to get a stop. That's what it's about. That's why you go to training camp. That's why you get in shape. That's why you shouldn't be tired in overtime. That's why they shouldn't have missed 4 or 5 niggas missed the tackle. It wasn't like it was a bomb thrown. He was empty. He ran through 3-4 niggas. Where was the defense? Y'all niggas get paid to tackle. Tackle a nigga.
But
the
way they're going to explain it in film, they're going to go back to the running back and they say we shouldn't even be in a situation. The running back coach going to go to that running back and say, hey man, every day the first drill that you do, if you're a quarterback or if you're a running back, is ball security. Pause. And he gonna say, man, had you not basically fumbled the rock, we wouldn't even be in a situation where we would have to defend these guys, and we could have walked out of here with a victory. And so they're going to put the onus and the responsibility on them, and they're gonna say that thing that Stat talking about the rule change is just an excuse. But I hear what you're saying.
I love the inside pause of knowledge like that, Mo, because I never got that far playing basketball, let alone football. See, that's why I wouldn't have never worked out for me. Because I would have said, well, actually, Atlanta got the ball back. Kirk Cousins threw an interception, then we got the ball back. Because we went 3 and out and they used their timeouts wisely, it went into overtime because you gave Kirk Cousins the ball back after 3 and out, and then they ended up getting a field goal to send into overtime. So after that fumble, we actually had a chance to go and score again. So I know the onus is on me, but fuck out of here. Nigga would sent me home, lost a scholarship, all type of shit. So I wouldn't been fucked up. Nigga hit me with if you wouldn't have fumbled. But you're right, Mo. If he didn't fumble, that would have secured the game. You're absolutely right.
Game.
But
Yeah.
but they did get the ball back because Kirk Cousins threw an interception and they had a chance, but they just went 3 and out. But you're right. I dig it. Wouldn't have worked out for me. My mother used to say that for basketball too. She said, Cam, you don't like to listen to nobody. You wouldn't have been a good basketball player. You don't like authority. Said, you're right. Maybe I did make the right choice.
Well, shout out Atlanta on you guys' win. Excited to see what happens for y'all's next game. Okay, so the 2 best wide receivers in college football are 2 freshmen. Ryan Williams at Alabama is only 17, and Jeremiah Smith from Ohio is only 18. Do you guys think we'll ever see a time where the age limit for the NFL is lowered like it is in basketball, Maurice?
Man, listen, I never thought I'd see the day where you were paying college players what you're paying them now. So I would basically use that knowledge and that premise to say what I'm about to say, and I can foresee over the next decade these people lowering the age. And when you look at what Ryan Williams is doing, and you look at what Jeremiah Smith is doing at Ohio State, these dudes are probably 2 of the best wide receivers in all of college football right now. It doesn't matter if you're a senior, junior, sophomore, freshman. The 2 best receivers are a 17-year-old freshman out of Alabama and an 18-year-old kid at Ohio State. And so I just believe in some capacity that you'll have NFL owners now that the league is more of a passing league. It's a lot less violent. It's quarterback friendly, which means it's receiver friendly, which means that you're not talking about, guys getting their heads taken off and all the craziness that goes along with professional football. I just think at some point you'll see these guys bring the age limit down. And I also say that because there's a bigger story in all of college football that they're saying now that you have to pay these players, these schools don't generate the money. All of the schools, maybe your Power 5 schools and your top schools, your top 10 or 15 schools that generate the money, but you have other schools who don't generate the money to pay these players. So I can see this thing happening with those thoughts in mind. But I don't know. What's your thoughts?
I seen homeboy from Alabama bust Georgia ass the other day. That nigga was balleting on them niggas, spinning around, doing ice capades on them niggas. That nigga was playing games with them niggas. It was bad disrespectful. And on top of it, that's what they kept saying Mo on TV. He's 17. He's only 17. I can't believe he's doing this. He's 17. Now, I'm all for young niggas getting their money. And if you're talented enough to get your money on the next level, go get it. I think that nowadays, if you could wait till you're older, just for NFL, not necessarily basketball, because we see pro basketball players starting at 14, 15 years old, such as Luka and others. But football, me personally, if you could get paid in college and wait till you get to the NFL to get your money, I would absolutely do that, especially if you're getting NIL money. After I seen that nigga the other day from Alabama, I didn't see the guy from Ohio State play a full game. I seen his highlights, but I actually watched the Alabama-Georgia game, and that nigga was phenomenal. Like, if he could go get a tiptoe sock commercial, nigga, he could go get one. It's all type of ads he could get, nigga. A sponsorship, pardon me, he could get because of how he was finessing them niggas when he was on the field. Me personally, I would not want to see a 17, 18-year-old in the NFL because their body pause is not fully developed yet. Let Bosa, one of these niggas, grab one hold of you by accident, nigga. Myles Garrett, nigga. Let one of these niggas get a hold of you by accident at 17 years old. You're gonna fuck your life up, nigga. Play games if you want with these grown men that's 28, 29, 30 years old in full prime of their life with a 17-year-old nigga who's nice finesse-wise because he dibbing and dabbing. Yeah, they didn't try and block a nigga. You get called on a play where you need to block the wrong nigga. I remember Chad Ochocinco trying to go against Ray Lewis. And he was a grown-ass man when that shit happened. And Ray Lewis knocked the shit out the nigga. He almost caught a concussion off a block. That was off a block. I like these niggas. I think they're good. But at 17, 18, even 19, 20, you're not fully developed as a man yet. And if you get hit by the wrong nigga, that may fuck your career up long term. So I don't recommend it. But if you need to go get your money, I understand it. I'm not mad at it.
And then we talked earlier in the year about the correlation between being a championship contender and a Heisman winner. Looking at the front runners now, Maurice, what are your thoughts?
I remember we had talked about it, I don't know, week 1 or week 2, and I thought that we would end up in a situation where you would have either Shedeur or Travis Hunter basically performing well and potentially going to be a Heisman contender. But when you look at Travis Hunter, you look at the kid from Boise State, who's the running back, who's playing phenomenal right now. Jalen Milroe might be on the best team, and he's down there in Alabama. And when you look at Cam Ward down in Miami, 3 of those teams potentially may have good seasons, but they won't be on championship teams. But I'm saying, does that negate the fact that Travis Hunter may be the best player in college football? And will he win? I don't know, but I think like this may be the first year that you may have the best players spread out in divisions or on teams that aren't the teams that are going for the national championship. Because if you looked at it right now, if you asked 100 people, they would all pick Travis Hunter over Jalen Milroe, even though they just went out here and beat Georgia the way that they did. And so I think this may be one of the first years that you do have a Heisman Trophy winner who isn't on a front running team headed towards the championship or doing real well. So I'm just saying that this may be the first year.
Yeah, that's a good point because I was thinking about this question when I seen that we was going to talk about it because college football is just so unfair, B. There's just so many fucking teams. I know they moved it up to 12 teams this year, but it's so fucking unfair. It isn't like I'm trying to even think of something that's even close to being fair to it. I even like the NCAA men's or women's basketball. At least you got 64 of the top niggas that's trying to compete. College, you just pick the 12 niggas that this committee, who the fuck get to give them the knowledge? Like, yo, these 10 people, however many people in the committee say, we're going to go with this person, we're going to go with that person, we're going to go with this person. And then what happens is we sit there and watch every year, year after year, how they supposed to like, have some sportsmanship, have camaraderie, da-da-da-da. Not even camaraderie, sportsmanship. You know how like when you blowing the team out in basketball and you up 30, you ain't supposed to shoot, like, don't take the shot, take the turnover and just get the game over with. Nah, not in college football. You're up 56-3, run it to 94-6. So when the committee looks at it, it looks like, oh, these niggas is crazy. They beat the niggas 80-4. They running it up on niggas. There's no sportsmanship in college football. You got to beat niggas pause by the biggest amount that you could beat them by so that this committee could sit there and say, well, they did win by 62 points. And they did win by 14 points against a top 10 team. And they did win by this person. But at the end of the day, who's really the champs? Because I forget who it was, maybe about 2-3 years ago. I forget who actually won. But if I'm not mistaken, it was UCF who was undefeated. And them niggas were like, well, we the real champs. Fuck all that. We ain't lose no games. We gonna throw ourselves our own rings. Who did it's undefeated teams too that not even in the competition to win an actual college title. So I think the system is messed up. I don't know what to do to fix it. I don't know. I don't have the answer. But obviously it's something not right. Now back to the actual question. This is great because Travis Hunter, I don't think he's going to have a chance to compete for a national championship, no matter how good their record is. Homeboy from Alabama, I don't know. All these people that you name, Mo, even the nigga from Boise State, I see that nigga's going crazy in Boise State on that blue field. That nigga tap dancing on them niggas out there, B. He's going crazy. But is he going to have a chance for a national title? No. And this is kind of like a question that me and niggas argue about. Not even me and niggas, me and Sen argue about because his attitude is if niggas do good and they team don't make the playoffs, do they get the MVP of the league in the NBA? Which very, very rarely happens. I don't even remember it happening. We Googled it. It was probably some nigga from 1962 that got the league MVP and their team didn't make the playoffs. Every MVP probably in the last, I don't know how many years in the NBA has made the playoffs at least made the playoffs to get a league MVP. If you're on a losing team, they don't really even consider you as an MVP? So I don't know, man. This is a great question. It's a great debate. I have no idea how to resolve it, but it's going to be teams that are really good that won't even get a chance to compete for a national title. And then what's really good about it is on the other side of the coin I'm talking about, well, at least you could say, well, at least we got the Heisman winner or a nominee on our team. This is really complicated. This is like Chinese checkers, to be totally honest with you. I don't have an answer for it. And maybe one day they'll fix this shit.
You about to say something I wanted to respond to real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, the first thing you were talking about when they picked the 12-team selection, they try to act like they want the best teams, but what they're really looking for is the biggest fan bases. And they do a sort of like a study, how many fans are going to come to whatever bowl game that they put on, how many people are going to buy how many hotel rooms, what type of sponsorships can they sell towards their fan bases for the people who are going to buy commercial space and all that. So to the public, when they front face and they say, man, we're looking for the best teams, right? But if you're a shitty school and you have a history of not showing up, not buying tickets, not buying merchandise, or not supporting those bowls, because you have to remember, like we have the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl and the Orange Bowl and all these bowls that's sponsored by people. They need people to come out to those towns.
The do-rag bowl, armpit bowl, the brush. The bowls is ridiculous, man. Ain't none of them the real joints. Shit is crazy. God, my bad.
But they don't. No, they don't care about. They don't care about who's the best team. They care about who's going to support it. But they lie to the public, and so that's when you said, like, man, it's confusing and it ain't fair. Yeah, like you're actually right. It's not fair. It's basically who's going to have the biggest turnout for that, and then they're going to pick the top 5 teams, and they generate the most money. They sell the most tickets, and that's who will basically be in the playoffs. And that's all it's about.
And listen, that's great inside knowledge, my nigga. I'm glad you said that, because think about it. As much as I love Ohio State, Columbus, Alabama, we could say Michigan to a certain extent because they're not far from Detroit, but they're in Ann Arbor. They're not actually in Detroit. It's not a far drive. And Columbus is in between Cincinnati and Cleveland. But these cities don't have professional teams. And these cities support their college teams like their professional teams. So now that you're saying this, and I'm learning this from you, Mo, let's get Ohio State in there because they going to come the fuck out because they don't have a professional team. Let's get Alabama in there because they going to come out and they have the professional team. They don't have a professional team. So now all them niggas got to do is do their part of the motherfucking job is beat niggas and pause and beat niggas and not just beat niggas, win against top 10 contenders and then smack the other niggas who's not contenders by 100 points and y'all are in. Because they fans is coming now that you telling me this. They got to come because they don't got nothing else. They can drive 2-3 hours to a professional game, but their actual city doesn't have professional teams. Great inside knowledge, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And then honestly,
and just so you know.
Oh, yeah, no, go ahead, Maurice.
No, and just to put a numerical value to it, every home game, Ohio State probably cleared $15 million. So if you just start backing in the math from there, you know, that just gives a person understanding how much these schools really clear. If you have 10 home games, you start doing the math.
Yeah. What you gonna say?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like you said earlier, life's not fair. So it's all making sense. If it makes dollars, it makes sense. So what I was gonna ask you, Maurice, I know it's early, but like, who would be your early prediction to win the Heisman?
It's Travis Hunter, and I'm biased towards him just because I just don't think people, like, they hear that he's a two-way player, but I don't think people quite understand for a kid to play that many plays and be that effective and mean that much on both sides of the ball in collegiate sports. I don't even care if he was playing 1AA ball or if he was playing Division III. To do what he's doing is like highly unlikely. It is extremely hard, and for him to be doing this up under the spotlight and people know that he's a two-way player and they try ways to either tire him out or do all this stuff, it has to be Travis Hunter. And also I'm biased too because I want the story of him following Dion to be elevated and that to be a thing. I want to see Prime support him through the whole thing. I want him to see him in New York. I want to see all that stuff because I believe, and I don't want to turn this into a Prime thing, but I think Prime actually helps former players who want to get into coaching to say, hey, man, you don't have to follow the traditional path to get here. And him taking Travis Hunter and him taking Shedeur and him doing it the way he's doing, I think it actually opens the door for other people. And even shout out to this. I think we missed something earlier from the first conversation. Another crazy thing about the Buccaneers and the Falcons, this is the first time that I've seen two black head coaches going against each other.
Yeah, I was
like that was even
yeah.
a cool thing.
Yeah,
I missed that earlier, but those two black coaches and you got Prime. So I don't know. I just think this stuff helps black people as a whole.
Yeah, that was dope. For me, it's Travis Hunter as well. I was looking at their win last weekend, and Dion was like, nobody complains when he gets Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday off. Travis is doing 140 snaps a game, some crazy wild ass number. I don't want to misquote the number because you know it's some mathematical sports genius out there saying Cam is 138 and a half. Get it correct. All right, whatever. It's a wild amount of snaps on both sides of the ball to where he gets 3 days off from practice because he's out here doing everything for Colorado. So I'm rooting for him. And it got to get more games into the season for me to actually have a real clear-cut choice. Of course, I'm a homer, and when I say homer, I'm Team Deion Sanders. I'm Team Colorado until the wheels fall off. I think he's out playing Shedeur. I'm not saying Shedeur doesn't get him the ball, and Shedeur ain't having a phenomenal season. Absolutely, number 2 doing his thing. But I'm saying if we have to pick one right now, I got to get ready to go. I got to go with Travis Hunter. Sorry, Shedeur. But you right there, nigga. And you got a COVID year, nigga. We ain't got to go this year. We could do it all again next year, nigga. They doing it in Miami.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree. I think Travis Hunter is doing things that we just haven't seen. And even though, like, y'all know I'm Miami all the way, and Cam Ward has a great argument as well because he's playing phenomenal and brought our team back to a point that we didn't think it could get to. Travis Hunter is in his whole own lane. I am on the Colorado bandwagon. I do not care how y'all feel. Y'all can say I'm switching. Like, y'all know it's still Miami, but Colorado is doing their thing, and I salute them. So shout out to Travis Hunter. Hopefully he gets it. Okay, we are going to go to
Hold on,
break.
before we do that, I don't know if that's on the topics today. Did y'all see Cam Newton try to holler at niggas? You seen that shit?
Yeah, Shedeur curved him.
Yeah, you
And
weird.
Travis too. You seen that shit, Mo?
Yeah, he told me to be on that weird shit. Like, well, I seen it.
Hey, did you see what Travis Hunter
Yeah,
did too? Where
man.
he was like,
Yeah, I mean, but you know they had to talk about it. So you know all these dudes like, and I just, man, listen to me. Half my brain be on penitentiary time, and half my brain be on like responsible time, right? And I be
speaking of
fighting
that though,
too,
real
like,
quick
on-
before I don't lose your train of thought. I ran into my nigga the other day, Big Purse from LA. He told me to tell you what's up. He said
Yeah.
you his man. He said you was fucking with him hard till you left him and started fucking with the Armenians.
Nah, he was the first dude to bring me out. He the first dude to bring me out to LA.
That's what he said.
It was a concert in Ohio, and it was a Snoop in the 50 concert, and it was doing the Rock the Mic tour, something like that. And he had came and got me out the crowd, and next thing you know, I'm all through Ohio with him and Cleveland and everywhere with him, and then I came out to LA, and you know Percy,
Yeah.
right? So we out in LA hanging for a while. So yeah, we was hanging for a while,
Yeah,
and
let me
then
tell you
I came back to LA that's my guy, man. I
He
love it.
told me he came back on your own time with some Armenians, man. That's what he told me, man.
Yeah, so Israelis. Those
the
still my
Israelis.
guys too.
Okay, all right, that's what's up.
Yeah, the Israelis.
Let me tell you something. But yeah, Cam Newton said what he said. You know, I think a lot of people think when they say shit, the niggas be brushing shit off like, you know, I just said that. Ain't no big deal. That nigga, we actually seen Travis Hunter say, nah, get away. Travis ain't even no handshake. So last week when this happened, we didn't get to see the up-close footage, actually, of what was said. You just seen kind of Shedeur brush Cam off and go walk away. So I think yesterday or the day before the footage came out, we actually got to see Shedeur say what he say. And the nigga said, nah, you be on some weird shit, bro. And he like, what? He said, nah, we'll talk later. And Cam Newton was like, all right, say less. Nigga was like, say less, niggas. If you on some weird shit. You know what I noticed traveling the globe for mad years and decades, actually? Slang can get you in trouble depending on where you're at. Like if you're from New York and you tell a nigga suck your dick, pause, it's on right there and there. You might as well just write it off top. You just might as well snuff the nigga after you say it, shoot the nigga, do whatever. Because once you tell a nigga that off the top, it's on straight from that. If you in Miami and you call a nigga a fuck nigga, it's on right from that very moment that you say, oh fuck nigga. Right there, it's on. It's on. And I've learned recently, and I'm not saying either one of them are from Cali, but the fighting term in Cali is if you call somebody weird, it's the same terminology for sucking dick and fuck nigga. Weird in Cali is drive by the night, nigga. Keep playing games with niggas. All right, weird, I'm gonna show niggas weird. So weird could be crazy depending on where you at. Be careful using the word weird. And I think Shedeur knew what the fuck he was saying, exactly what he said. I'm just telling our other people that travel the globe and don't know slang everywhere else. I'm just schooling to different parts, different regions. Be careful what you say. Because in New York, you may call nigga, no, fuck nigga, get out of here. You're not really paying it no mind. Like, whatever, fuck you too, nigga. What you call me? Fuck nigga? What, I don't know. You might tell a nigga suck your dick somewhere else. They may not take it that. Get your slang together and know where to use it appropriately. But yeah, he called the nigga weird. You on some weird shit and walked off on the nigga.
Yeah.
I fuck with them niggas, man.
We actually have the clip if you want to put that up on the screen.
Oh, yeah, they got the footage. Let's check it out. That's Travis. You got the Shedeur shit. Look, he's still waving them off. Nigga started doing sets on that nigga. Yo, you got the Shedeur shit? If you don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yo, fam, that nigga walked off. Yo, fam. One thing I will say is this. Two things. Cam Newton, you know you said these things. I know you may think it's just a podcast and everything else, because honestly, I probably have the same frame thought as you. And be like, yo, I got a job to do, yada, yada, yada. You're going to lose a lot of friends and a lot of athletes not going to fuck with you doing the shit that you do. It's not just you, I'm talking about myself. Saying what you got to say. And whatever, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And either you care or you don't. That's first. Niggas is not fucking with you if you talk about them. That's just that. A lot of niggas ain't doubling back. If they do double back, it's because they did good. They want to say, I told you, nigga. Yeah, you stunned on me. I told you. And for more context about the Cam Newton and Shedeur situation for our audience that doesn't know, when Shedeur was at Jackson State, Cam Newton said he wasn't doing shit against Division I players, so to speak. I forget, it wasn't Division I players, the actual verbiage, but top 5 teams or whatever the fuck it was. So when Shedeur got to Division I and started kicking ass, he brought that quote back up. Yeah, I thought I couldn't do this in Division I. Fuck out of here. Then you walk over and say, what's up to niggas? Niggas ain't fucking with you. I'll give you a great example, man. Give you 2 quick examples before we go to break. I know we got to go to break. I go to a party. Go to my man Rich Paul party. I'm gonna say who party it was. What up, Rich? I spoke to Rich yesterday. I go to Rich Paul birthday party, and you know, his clients are in there. He has 400 players across the NFL and across the NBA. Now, I won't get specific on which clients were in there, but he had a lot of his clients at his birthday party. And I got a few of these. And I'm sitting there like, what? Fuck is you talking about, nigga? To the point where my nigga Sugar Digger don't know nothing about sports. He has nothing. He doesn't even know what sports. He don't even know nothing. He be getting teams like the real off the colors, like not like Sad Mase. He's just trying to match his outfit and shit. He notices nigga. He's like, yo, what's up with that nigga right there? Nigga looking at you funny. I said, yeah, I was talking about him. He did some foul shit. I mentioned it. Now he probably mad. He said, we on? I said, we ain't gotta be on. Them niggas athletes. It'd be worse than an ACL. It'd be worse than a torn ligament. He saying, this ain't missing a season, nigga. It's missing a career. That's on them. Because niggas, I spread niggas out throughout the party. You don't even really be knowing who with me. They be looking. They be like, don't even pay no mind. Niggas left the party, Mo, because I was in there doing all this weird shit. And I'm like, so I go to Rich, I say, yo, Rich, talk to some of your clients, say a little perturbed with me, man. And I see it all in their face. And I get it. And I'm like, yo, it ain't no problem, but I got a job to do. And not only do I got a job to do, I'm going to be around. Me and Larry, we went somewhere to an event. Same people, some professional athletes was there. I'm actually sitting there talking to Rich. The nigga who's a big-time athlete is sitting right next to Rich that I had some words to say about. And as I'm talking to Rich, he's sitting right next to Rich, like right here, and he's just looking up here, like I'm not there. He's sitting in the bleachers, he's just looking. Right, Larry, right or wrong? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Shit. And I'm just saying, like, I dig it. You mad at me? Cool. We gonna be in some of the same rooms. I understand that. But this is what I'm trying to explain to Cam Newton. If you gonna stand on what you stand on, you just get to these places. Don't embarrass the people that invited you. Don't cause a scene. You know, keep your manhood as you got to, but don't go there arguing and trying to befriend niggas because they not fucking with you. That man looked off at me and didn't say one word. I was standing right there. That nigga just, I ain't look at him neither. I just kept talking. He's right here. Looked at him. Looked at Braun. See y'all niggas later. No, and it's still no problem. I'm just saying it's not always going to be friendly when you do this type of job, bro.
Yeah, I actually have two quick things to add. One, by association, that happens to me. Like, I'd be like, dang, they looking at me like I'm going to say something. I'm literally, this is me. So I don't know what type of problem there would ever be. That's the first thing. And then second thing, I love that you brought up this clip because I don't typically read the comments. I shy away from that. I just do my job and keep it pushing. But when I mentioned the interaction, people were like, oh, Stat, you left out some of the story. But by seeing the footage, Cam Newton even addressed it himself on his podcast. And he said that the interaction between him and Shedeur and Travis was awkward. So the footage is out there. Y'all can do what you want with it. I report what I see and what the story is. As I get more information, y'all know I'm always going to clarify that. But the story still stands. It was an awkward interaction, and that's why they said what they said about it. Cam, Mase, and Mike, and that was that. So I don't really know what else to add for y'all, but the information is there. Y'all can search it. That's that.
And last thing before we go to break. Know I fuck with niggas? Pause. Travis, Shedeur, and Cam. I got no problem with Cam neither, but I'm telling you, they're my little nephews and shit. Because, and the same thing, like the same niggas I'm telling you about. Whatever. I'm telling you about niggas who 6'9". When you look at Cam Newton next to both of them niggas, he's a big nigga. Pause. Cam Newton is a big nigga, man. He's way bigger than Shedeur, way bigger than Travis. Pause. And them niggas said, man, fuck out of here with all that shit, nigga. All that tall for an NFL. Get the fuck out of here. Why get the fuck on away from me. Niggas ain't care about none of that. Love that shit. Word.
Okay. We're going to go to break. When we return, we will discuss Caitlin Clark. Don't go anywhere.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. What's stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about she wanna be free.
Welcome back. Now let's get into our underdog picks of the day. On Sunday, the Steelers will play the Cowboys. Underdog has Dak Prescott at 241.5 passing yards. Do you have him higher or lower?
What's up with y'all defense? What's up, White? What y'all gonna get? Y'all is Dak gonna get 241?
He's gonna throw for a lot, but he's gonna throw some picks though.
So y'all saying Dak gonna get 240 on y'all niggas?
240 with an L.
240 in the L? You think we gonna get 240?
Because they can't run the ball.
These is two Steeler fans right here.
Dak.
Yeah, it's higher. Dak been balling. I ain't gonna lie.
Higher. Dick with
Dak,
L.
I just want to see what they gonna say. I'm not saying he gonna win neither. Dak been earning his money, but has he really?
He's still gonna get right around there, but
Yeah.
higher is a safe.
Yeah, I'm going higher.
Answer. Okay, CeeDee Lamb's at 77.5 receiving yards.
For Dak getting to 240, you need CD to get to 70. You got to go higher.
Okay, and Justin Fields is at 188.5 passing yards.
I'm not all in on Justin Fields like y'all niggas, man. I mean, I think that he's a great dual quarterback because he can run. If that was total yards, I would say definitely. But you know, what he threw for like 300 last week, more than that? What he threw last week? He had some good ass stats last week as a pass. As
312 last week.
Yeah, it was over 300, 312. I think, and what's the number set passing yards?
188.5.
I think that's where he's going to finish right around. I'll give him higher.
Okay. If you like these picks, remember you always get a free pick if you're not already on Underdog. So make sure to sign up now and you can make your picks too. We are joined back with our analyst, Maurice Clarett. So let's discuss the WNBA. Caitlin Clark is a 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year. She received 66 of the 67 votes from the panel. Maurice, what do you think of her win not being unanimous?
You got to hate her in the crowd. Hate her to love it, man. Yeah, hate her to love it, man. She's just been phenomenal for sports in general. You know, I would have never in my life paid attention to women's basketball the way I paid attention to it now. Had it not been for her and Angel Reese in college, I think that's what kind of got me to even pay attention to her. And then just everything they did, like them talking about how she wasn't going to transition to the WNBA and have success, and then her stumbling out of the blocks to kind of get to where she's at now. But she's just been phenomenal for the game, and for her to win Rookie of the Year, you know, she had the stats, she had the performance. That goes without saying. But to have that one person to think that somebody else deserved it, you know, just kind of show you that she has a hater. But everybody, and I'm not saying it just because she's the white girl in the league, but everybody should be happy of the awareness that she's brought to the league, because I think that this now brings more sponsorship dollars, more support from the NBA, and you can now find different ways just to get more people involved and just participating and watching the brand.
I would like to know if the one person that didn't vote for her was black. I want to know that. I just want to know. Because that means the one person that didn't vote for her voted for Angel Reese. I would like to know if it's a male, first of all, and I would like to know if it's a black male or a black female. That matters to me.
And the vote was for Angel Reese, just so you know.
I know it was. I already know who the one vote was for. It's not a secret, but do you know who was the one person that voted for?
I do not.
Yeah, we got to get to that. That's the question. Was it a pervert? Was it a nigga trying to slide? Was it a black female who's on Black Power time? One of these? Nah, we got to keep it with our black people. I like to know the one person. I wish that name would come out the rabbit out the hat joint. I would like to know the one person who didn't vote for Caitlin Clark. You wowed out. Now, I did vote for Angel Reese because Angel Reese had a phenomenal season, especially with her double-doubles. Her rebounds, very phenomenal. But two things, she didn't finish the season, and secondly, she didn't get her team to the playoffs, and Caitlin Clark did both. And not only get her team to the playoffs, they haven't been to the playoffs in however many years. Before the season started, we had people like Diana Taurasi saying it's not going to be what Caitlin Clark thinks it is. It's a learning curve. These women in the WNBA have been playing for X amount of years. It isn't going to be what it is. Look, I'll read some things off real quick that Diana Taurasi probably wasn't expecting. 769 points, which is a rookie record. 122 three-pointers. That's 32nd, which is also a rookie record. She finished second in three-pointers, only behind Sabrina. Now, you know, Sabrina's shooting against Steph. All right? Let's be clear. And she only lost to her by 6. She had 122. Sabrina had 128. Let's be clear on that. Led the league, not rookie record, led the league in assists. WNBA record, not a rookie record, a WNBA record of 337 assists. which led the NBA. Averaged 19.2 points, 42% from the field, 34% from three, 5.7 rebounds, 8.4 assists, which again led the league. I think that learning curve went quick, Diana. Shit went real fast, man. Fuck is you talking about? It's gonna be a learning curve, and she in for reality. You was in for reality. They trying to pack you up, nigga. They trying to pack Diana on up. Crazy shit, P. You know the wild shit? Her last game. So Diana ain't say she was retiring, right? Mm-hmm. But her last game in Phoenix, when they announced the name, whole crowd stood up like, you know, one of them force you out like, yo, you did what you had to do out here.
Farewell.
Yeah, farewell joint. Like we salute you. Niggas is like, I didn't even say I'm retiring. Fuck it, I'm getting a standing ovation for. I didn't say nothing. Niggas talking about, well, you know, if this was my last game, the city treated me good, the WNBA been good to me, but I don't know. Why are they saluting you to get the fuck out of here if you ain't retired? They packing you up because you said that slick shit, nigga. It's a new sheriff in town, my nigga. And I'm a big Diana Taurasi fan. I understand that probably was a learning curve for a lot of females, but Caitlin Clark is one of these people that just don't give a fuck, man. And I know because she's white, we get a lot of stereotypes. Oh, she's white, da-da-da-da-da. And because of what South Carolina and them female dogs did to her, no, not in a bad way, and I mean talking about gritty, grimy, toughness, Dawn Staley and the crew. There's nothing she could do about that. Nothing you could do. This is a girl who beat up her brother because she lost to him in basketball when they were 12. You know, she's like that. That's the type of shit she's on. And last thing I will say, she deserves the MVP, but Kendrick Perkins, I was watching him yesterday. He made a phenomenal point. Shout out to my man, Kendrick Perkins. He said this reminded him of the 2003 NBA draft and the NBA for men when LeBron and Carmelo came in and we got to see them two spectacular players play for a very, very long time. Of course, we're still watching LeBron play, but we got to witness some great players. And he said this kind of reminds him of that. And I think I'm going to have to co-sign that because we're going to see some greatness for a long time from these two players. But not voting for Caitlin Clark first is diabolical. It's nasty work. I need to know who that was. It's going to come out because somebody going to drop a dime on her.
Yeah, they are.
Like the nigga in Belly. They don't like that. They're going to drop a dime on her or him. But congrats, Caitlin Clark.
Okay, there's really not much I can say after that, but I hope that they actually don't release the name because we've seen how certain fans, and I'm not even going to say fans, I'll say trolls, that's what Caitlin Clark said, taking things way too seriously. So if they do release that name and show that, you know, Caitlin Clark got snubbed for a unanimous vote, they're going to be going crazy on whoever that person is. So let's actually keep that in the vault.
What's the new shit? What's the new slogan?
Like Caitlin Clark was just calling them trolls.
No, the new slogan. Stand on business. Right? Stand on it. Now don't get scared. Don't want to hide behind the vote. Stand on your
stand on that
business. Stand on your vote, nigga. This ain't the presidency. Niggas ain't asking if you vote for Kamala or Trump, nigga. Stand on your business, nigga. The fuck is you talking about? I vote. Look, if I voted for Angel Reese, I know I'm a different type of animal. Fuck out of there. I voted for Angel Reese. What's good? She cute. She tall, she sleek, baby hair, rebounds, points, all that. Whatever. Fuck out of here. I wouldn't have voted for Angel Reese. I love her, though. She would have came in second. Absolutely.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Caitlin Clark deserves it, but I don't know about staying on that business. Okay.
Now you want to backtrack.
I'm not backtracking. I just want to stay on that business. That's just a lot. So... But shout out to Caitlin Clark because she deserved it.
And the trolls.
It's not even the.
Crazy?
It's not even the comments. Like people are physically weird. Like that is a whole nother thing.
Niggas laugh at you. So you saying this would get physical?
Yes, like people have been like death threats. Like when it gets to like in-person safety.
Let's stop right there.
Okay.
Death threat is not physical.
But it can become physical. When things can become physical, that's when I just think people have taken things way too far. Like, and that's when I think that it's.
And I'm asking this question, just your
yeah.
opinion. If that name comes out and they find out who it is, they gonna pop on her? Like, oh, see her and pop on her? Like, oh, you voted for Angel Reese? Like that?
You think it's a joke, but yes, people are crazy.
You know what it is? You know what it is? PN White. See, and look, I agree with you. When I say agree with you, not agree with you. I agree that you feel like that because I dig that there's people like that.
I understand you, but I don't hear you.
No, I hear you 100. No, you know what it is? I got to change my way of thinking because it's just a different time. Like,
yeah,
you know, I seen nigga D.L. Hughley years ago, maybe like 8-9 years ago, talking about internet bullying. And I didn't know it was that serious till probably about 4 or 5 years ago, internet bullying, because he used to just be like, you know, my nephew, he had a joke. He said, my nephew told me he getting bullied on the internet. Turn the phone off, nigga. The whole shit is stopped. Turn the computer off. Ain't no more bullying. And I know we're in a different time now, and I can't say that. Shit is crazy. You're not allowed to say that anymore, but my bad. I need to be more sensitive. But yeah, he said turn the phone off. You know what I'm saying? These two niggas right here grew up with me in Harlem. A death threat was a real death threat. It wasn't a nigga in their mother basement in Nebraska talking about, I'm going to come kill you. I told the nigga I'm going to come kill him. Nah, nigga had a hoodie. You know what I'm saying, Mo? You live in Killa, Columbus. Nigga tell you they going to kill you. You have to look around the corner like... You run out your house like nigga and boys in Minister Society when they went to go get through Kane dirty. A real death threat is a death threat. You might think it's a death threat, and I'm not saying don't take death threats on the internet seriously. That's not what I'm saying. But it wasn't like a nigga, them shits Malcolm X was getting on his phone for. Kill you, man. Kill you, nigga. Cherry Molotov cocktail. So I just got to be more sensitive, me personally, and take it more seriously because I can't get mad or insensitive because we were raised in a different time and things change because things always change. So I understand
just
coming from
real
that.
quick to add to that though, but like it, like, and I get what you're saying. You're like what people are saying on the internet, but like example, like the Connecticut Sun, like they got followed like after Kennedy Carter when they said injured Caitlin Clark. So it's like, and I know you're hearing followed and you're like, that doesn't mean anything, but for
how many times I've been followed?
Yeah, me too. Unfortunately, things happen. So I'm just saying, like, some people just take these things a little too serious. And I don't think things are that serious, truly. That's why I'm the type of person who doesn't really get offended. I stay in my own bubble and I let y'all think what y'all are going to think because y'all are going to think that way regardless. But not everybody thinks like that, especially my generation. Like a lot of people do get in their feelings a lot more.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you, but everything you telling me is like bubblegum shit. They got followed. Instead, they follow you in here to work every day. You know what's crazy is that it's so crazy, Mo. The shit that's crazy is that when I look over and talk to Stat, out my peripheral a little bit, I see Nick laughing. Nick is white. Nick over there like, man, that fucking Stat scared. Nick is over there dying in the control booth. See, Nick, that's not fair neither, because Nick is white. But Nick
knows too.
I was just about to say that ain't fair, because Nick, I was about to say Nick like the new jujitsu. See, Nick is one of these niggas, him and his team was in here the other day. It's like 4 of them niggas. These niggas look like the niggas you might pick on, like, shut up and throw some shit at you. And these niggas is UFC fighters, like, these niggas. I asked Nick, I said, Nick, you ever got into some shit in the street and had to use your UFC-ness? He said, yeah, once at the movies, they tried to get crazy or they did. I said, well, what happened? He said, some guys got loud with us and me and my boys, and we just put these niggas in some shit and told them to relax. How you put a nigga in some shit and tell you to relax? And you trying to get out and you can't get out. I would hate to run into the wrong niggas, because you know niggas like to talk shit sometime, and if you ain't ready to back it up, see, most times, 9 times out of 10, I keep a little something on me. It's not saying a pistol or anything like that, just to get you up off me. Nigga put me in a chicken wing and I can't get out. I say, you got it. I feel like a sucker for like 4 weeks. I don't even know what I would do. Nigga got you in a chicken wing like this. So, nah, you got it. I would be pissed. I'd be pissed, man. Well, Nick, one day we're going to bring you on the show and we want to hear how that shit went down when y'all got into that little wrestling match with you and your niggas. Pause.
But then again, just before we go, you're referencing, I'm a lady. Like, I'm not going to do no stuff like that. If I have to protect myself, then that's a different type of situation. But
No, Stat, I don't want you. Stat, we got your back. I don't want nothing to happen to you, man. Look, man, we all going out for you. Some shit happen to you. We got your back. But we ain't talking about you. We talking about
the voter.
We talking about a voter who made a vote. I already know you think like that. You scared to say who you voting for on TV. We already know what type of time you want. I dig it.
Okay, we got one more topic before we close. So Terence Crawford revealed he rejected a boxing and MMA deal to fight UFC fighter Conor McGregor. They would have been paid hundreds of millions of dollars, and although McGregor was ready to compete in both sports, Crawford declined. So want to hear you guys' thoughts. What do you guys think of him rejecting the offer, Maurice?
Terence Crawford has good sense, and I'm with him. Ain't no way. I nigga ain't kicking me in my face. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I was trying to tell you earlier, like even doing this media stuff, like even some of the stuff I'll be saying, it's just some shit I ain't going for. Nigga not kicking me in my face, you know what I mean? Not even for no money. And I just, he make money, he go in there, he box, he's a champion. But I see he be rolling around with the Sheik dude, you know what I'm saying? And so the Sheik dude probably think like, man, I can go ahead and put a bag in front of his face and he gonna do whatever for it. And so he basically saying like, nah, man, I'm a champion boxer and I'm gonna keep on doing that. And I'll keep on getting paid with you doing that. But we ain't about to be a part of no circus. You ain't about to just watch me, be your high priced pet where you send me in the ring and like let a nigga kick the shit out of me and niggas like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? And just so one thing I was telling you earlier, even about this media stuff, I know what we getting off topic. Sometimes I don't even know how to take this space because when I say something to somebody, if I'm in a space with you, I mean it, right? And I'm not about to do no eye wrestling, no none of that shit. So don't be looking at me because I'll be like, what the fuck you looking at? You know what I'm saying? And it'll go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And so I know I wanted to say that earlier,
Right.
but like this shit be weird sometimes.
Yeah. And look, Mo, you got a job to do. And I learned that before I even started doing this, before I get to Terence Crawford, is that I seen when Kendrick, and I know we talked about Kendrick on the show already, but when he first started broadcasting on ESPN, he was kind of fresh out the NBA, and he had to talk about former teammates, and niggas just started bringing shit up like, nigga, you was in my house 2 weeks ago. Now you up here talking about me on ESPN. Fuck it. And he like, yo, man, I got a job to do. And, he got more comfortable. And you can see his progression. He's a super great analyst now. Not saying he didn't start off good, but you can see the actual progression. But you're going to lose friends, bro. You're going to lose friends doing this. Back to...
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Listen, no, you said the right thing, Mo. I dig it. I'm on that type of time. I got a job to do. And 9 times out of 10, what I be trying to explain to people is that, bro, this is not your regular sports show. You gonna hear what niggas is talking about in the barbershop, on the corner, in the gambling spot, in the projects, in urban America. This is how niggas talk. You lucky we don't really get into how you fucking niggas parlays up. We don't even get into that. We don't even get into the... So you trying to tell me that he couldn't have scored the last 3 points when it's... So nigga gonna fuck my rent money up. That's what niggas doing? Let me jump in this nigga DM.
Facts.
Niggas is going in niggas DMs talking about, yo, so you couldn't have passed the extra 9 yards? You got something against me, homeboy? So it's personal. We don't even get into that. There be niggas ready to kill you. Listen, I'm be honest with you. I don't speak to the nigga to this day. I ain't gonna say the nigga name. I went to, shout out to my niggas, these my niggas. And you know what? They don't even know this happened. It's gonna be the first time they hearing it. And the nigga that I bought with me, I don't even speak to him no more. Rich Kleiman, which is Kevin Durant's agent. Shout out to Rich Kleiman and Kevin Durant. They had, Boardroom is the name of their company. They had a boardroom party in New York City, maybe 2 years ago now. Yeah, at least about 2 years, 2 summers ago. And I went down there with a couple people, and it was a cool vibe. We chilling. So I introduced one of my niggas, the Rich Kleiman named KD. So he spoke and said, what's up? But it was kind of like a funky 5 pause. And I'm like, that's fucking Kevin Durant, right, nigga? yeah, I know, Flair. So I said, what the fuck is wrong? The nigga been getting 35 nights in a row. When I want to put my money up on the 6th night and the 7th night, he gets 25. I feel away. You right. Yo, do me a favor. Shoot uptown real quick.
Yeah.
I need you to grab something for me, and I'll meet you up there. I bet. Gave a nigga $100. I ain't seen him since. Embarrassed me about my motherfucking friends with Kevin. They told my nigga fucked your parlay up. The fuck is you talking about? What the fuck is you talking about, nigga? I ain't seen the nigga since. You want to give Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant didn't even know. I know, because I know the nigga. I know his vibe. I'm like, what are you pouting about? Nights in a row, this nigga have 30 points. So I put my money up. It's like all right, bro. We don't even get into that with y'all niggas. We don't even do that. We could get into the whole extra shit with that on this show. We got a whole show on that separately. So, yeah, y'all niggas be bugging. But back to Terence Crawford, real quick before I make my statement. It was only MMA or it was boxing?
MMA and boxing.
Yeah, I don't know why he wouldn't do the boxing. I have no idea. You know, that was an easy payday for Floyd. MMA, what happened?
Probably a joint adult
It
boxing.
was a 2-fight deal.
Yeah.
2-fight deal. You got to do boxing and MMA.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. That niggas is bugging. See, you know what it is? I done seen footage recently, and this was after the Errol Spence fight, of Terence Crawford choking niggas out in the gym too. I see him wrestling a nigga, had him in the chokehold on top. I said, this nigga, what the fuck they got going on in Nebraska? They wrestling bears and shit out there, boxing. What the fuck is going on? Because he's had a nigga in some MMA shit, some wild shit. And niggas think because that's what he doing at his own time that you could do that against a professional. Very smart move not to do the MMA thing. I think that's 100% what Mose said, because not only kicked in your face, it's moves that you don't know about that you won't even know you're in. And then when you're trying to tap, your hand can't touch the floor to tap. You can't tap your shoulder. It's not reaching nothing. So you can't even tap out. And you can't talk. So you might die because you're getting choked out. Very smart. I seen James Toney say he the baddest man, great boxer. I was a huge James Toney fan growing up. One very, very good boxer. Said nobody could beat him in nothing. They can't fuck with James. They can't fuck with James Toney. He talking in third person. They can't fuck with James Toney. He's James Toney. You know what I'm saying? Put him in MMA shit. Wrapped him up in 40 seconds. James Toney, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is 62-2 in boxing. He lost to Roy Jones and he lost another shit by disqualification. He like 60, he got some wild record. Maybe he lost late in the career. He got to be like 64-4, James Toney. 40 seconds, chicken wing, tap out. Y'all niggas, I ain't know you was gonna do all that. He talk like, y'all motherfuckers crazy. Y'all niggas crazy. Your motherfucker choked nigga out. He thought he could beat anybody in anything. And that's a bad motherfucker. Choked his ass out. Don't do it, boxers. Bring them in the boxing room if they gonna do it. Mo said it right. Kicks, not just kicks, elbows, forearms. Imagine a nigga running full speed and throw his knee up to your forehead. Imagine a nigga full speed and with a flying knee if you a boxer. Come on, my nigga. Y'all,
You don't know how to defend that.
you don't know what to do. You like, yo. And you know what? I heard an MMA nigga say this one time about boxing. He said, see, when it comes to boxing, when y'all niggas get knocked down, y'all get an eight standing 8 count or a 10 count till you out. When a nigga knock us down, they coming right behind the knockdown with one of these flying in the air. We can't get knocked down. There ain't no damn standing 8 count. They right behind us with a forearm, a knee, whatever. So I think more story is very smart of Terence Crawford not to do it. If it was just boxing, absolutely. Don't risk it, bro. Don't risk it.
Good advice. Well, that is all the time that we have for today. Maurice, pleasure to have you as always.
Mo, see you next week, baby.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you all for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. 2 Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.